Hello and thank you for joining us on the Tuesday edition of Journalist Hangout. I am Benga Oreshegun. Today on the program, President Tinubu launches 2,000 tractors in Nigeria's largest agriculture mechanization drive. Federal government refutes U.S. Embassy's advisory, says Abuja is safe. And later on the show, PDP workers shot officers walk out on Samuel Ayaw as PDP governors meet INEC amid neck tension. Well, I'll be hanging out with Mayor Akinpelu and Asukwo James. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. In policy, bold steps speak louder than words. And today, agriculture is getting its moment in Nigeria. In what is described as Nigeria's largest agriculture mechanization drive, President Bola Tinubu has launched the deployment of 2,000 tractors across the country under the Renewed Hope Agricultural Mechanization Program. President Tinubu said this initiative is part of efforts to boost food security, support smallholder farmers, and improve Nigeria's mechanization rates. Now let's hear from the President.
As governors, whatever you have procured, we're also going to do more. This equipment, when deployed, to empower mechanization and service providers, create job opportunities, make farmers easy and more sexy to our younger.
Экономику нашей братской страны.
Initiative of His Excellency President of Nigeria aimed at enhancing food security of his country is timely and strategic. Its implementation will definitely bring positive impact on the economy of our brotherly country.
Farmers are known to be interested in farming without drudgery. The equipment we have here today will definitely reduce drudgery among farmers and increase productivity. Where we are supposed to have maybe 2 tons per hectare, these equipments here are capable of supporting farmers to attain double that particular level.
I mean, the President said he wants agriculture to be sexy.
Yeah, I don't know
He
why.
got to me though. But anyway, the President has launched 2,000 tractors to boost Agric mechanization. But in your opinion, what specific gap in Nigeria's Agric sector is this mechanization, aiming to fix?
2 things. One, it will move us to the modern age because majority of our farmers are still based in the rural areas and they don't have access to mechanized farming. There are some big farmers, that have access to mechanized farming, but the majority of the farmers are not those big farmers, but the average Nigerian who every day go to farm and try to do their business. So this will assist because now the state can organize these farmers in cooperatives and then do a lot of things for them collectively, planning of things and other things that you need to do that you don't need to hire laborers or put a lot of effort. Mechanization makes it easier. So we'll be able to bring a lot of our farmers into the modern age. You remember that there was a time that to boost agriculture, there was a particular government that distributed wheelbarrows and all that.
Yes.
That was the level that we were operating at that time. So the mechanization will be able to bring a lot of the farmers into the modern age. That is one. 2, mechanization will be able to encourage a lot of young people to get into farming.
That's what the President said.
Yes, that is why he used the word sexy.
Sexy, exactly.
So that what he meant is that it will appeal to the younger people because there is a lot of work and effort when it comes to farming. is a lot of effort. And a lot of our young people are used to technology doing things for them.
Absolutely.
They open their phones, they can do a lot of things with it. Sometimes they don't need to go to the bank, they can do all their transfer on their phones. So if you want to encourage people like that into farming, you must take away the tedious part of that
and bring
business
technology
and bring technology to it. So it's easier for them to be encouraged to get into it. Those are the two things that I think we tend to achieve with it.
I mean, beautiful. I need you to also comment on that. But also, there's this particular part I need you to look at. I mean, how is this new initiative different from past agricultural mechanization efforts that has been done way back? Is it just going to be same of the same, or this was going to be different?
Well, some governors are already keying into it. But I know the governors of Borno State and Jigawa, they spend billions of naira trying to see how they can introduce mechanized farming.
Okay.
So this one is quite different because we are now seeing what the government is saying that they want to do. They said they are going to do mechanized farming. Nigerians are now seeing tractors on ground.
Exactly.
So the next thing the next phase should be this distribution. How to deploy this,
very key,
these tractors to the 777 local governments.
774.
And ensure that the local governments key into it, not just carrying this thing and putting it in the office. In the office there and leave it there and say, okay, anytime we want to, or
some politicians divert
now want to cut another tip after the president has already done that. You understand? So by now, local governments that are involved should start looking at where are they going to move these tractors into so that they can employ the youth. Mayor said something, technology. There's nothing as more fascinating as technology for the youth now. I've seen farming outside Nigeria where they use drones.
Drones, yeah. Drones, yes.
So I want to believe that will be part of this whole arrangement.
I also saw what Governor Yebanji in Ekiti State also doing, we're bringing the youths there, even do DSTV, where the farm settlement.
That is settlement,
exactly,
farm settlement,
to attract them.
That is it. So if it's going to be part of it, it would entice, so many youths, to go into farming, not just about saying they want to do cryptocurrency and all that, So farming will be more...
And get scammed at the end of the day.
Of course. So this is quite different because we are now seeing things on ground.
True.
And so it is now left for the minister to start pushing these things because there's nothing as good as having full security. Because we are talking about this is targeted towards the wet season farming.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so after the wet season, they should also be talking about the dry season. So what will happen next? So they have to be that plan. So now that the president has done this in terms of getting tractors on ground, that is the first set. The second should be the deployment. Where are they deploying to? I heard they are sending about 200 containers to Lagos. Where will it be going to? We need to see all those things documented and let Nigerians begin to see which farm is it going to go to? How many hectares of land are they going to cultivate?
Yes.
What are they going to plant? So those are the things that Nigerians need to see so that at the end of the day, we are not importing food. We will be the ones to even be exporting food
net export of
Nigeria.
Exactly. Asuko raised a very, very important one. How will this 2,000 tractors be distributed? Is it going to be region by region? And we hope that it will not be taken over by politicians, diverted.
No, I don't think so, because you see, there's a mechanized program
transparency
under the Ministry of Agriculture.
Okay.
So what the Ministry of Agriculture needs to do is to put a system in place, local government by local government. You cannot, because this is under the purview of the Federal Minister of Agriculture and not the governors. They will work with the governors, the Minister of Agriculture in each state.
Okay.
But basically, I expect them to put a structure in place to be able to now put this thing on ground in each local government. And the best way to go about it in each local government is to encourage these farmers to go into cooperatives. That is something that they are used to, because when central bank wants to disburse funds to them, they encourage them. Because when they are in a cooperative, then you can monitor them. You can account for them. So when you give them all these tractors
Yes.
and other things that you need to do to achieve the mechanized farming, you cannot do it on individual by individual basis, because that won't work. So you have to put these farmers into cooperatives so that the major, for example, now if the tractor is in this local government, there will be a schedule for the tractor, how you are going to move farm by farm. You understand? Because the local, the cooperatives, they will be close to each other. Everybody will know their needs. Then the coordinating person will be able to know that these are the things, these are the implements we are going to give you, these are the seedlings we are going to give you. And then they now monitor them. Apart from that, governments should also do a follow-up by making sure that they assist them when they have these yields, so that there can be storage facility. Because major problem that our farmers have is that when they harvest, there is no storage facility. So most of it is end up as perish goods, and because it's time bound. So storage facility must put in place. There must be better security in all these farms, so that the people can get to those farms. Because if you put all these mechanized implements on ground, and the people storage is not, and the people cannot access their farm, you won't achieve your goal. Or if people cannot have storage facilities to be able to do that, then after that, there must also be ways of moving it from storage to the market, so that they can get value for whatever they are doing.
Mayor has raised a very beautiful point here, because as beautiful as this initiative is, without power, without good roads, and without storage, because we are trying to meet food security now. If we don't get these three factors right, it may not be achieved. What should the government do to make sure that this matters? No, so these factors are addressed.
You said something about farm settlement.
Yes.
So for now, for this to work, every farm settlement in all the local government should be able to have good roads. Must have good roads.
So that means the state government should make sure that the roads leading to the farms,
to those farms are good.
Or accessible roads.
Accessible roads, exactly.
You understand? You know, and then there's light. Because for instance, if you have a farm settlement and there's no, nothing is attractive there, no youth will want to go there. It's like you're taking the person who was in the urban center
and taking to the bush.
Back to the rural center. So the best thing is make it attractive. And I think one of the things that I didn't add here is this whole arrangement, apart from how it was before, there is spare parts for these tractors.
Yes, because there's somebody that is in charge.
Because somebody is in charge. It's the manufacturers that are now
here.
And
then training facilities.
And training how to also...
Exactly.
When once anything spoils there, there's a spare part for it, and then somebody is fixing it. So this is now different. So it's now that if you have a tractor, anything happens to it, somebody is there to fix it. There's no point saying, I want to wait for another 3, 4, 5 years before you get spare parts. The spare parts are there. So this is a major plus, for this government. And then the farm settlement, apart from good roads, the government has the need to do that.
Okay.
Electricity, because some farms, if not all, require power.
Absolutely. For storage, for a lot of things.
And even water.
Exactly.
If you are doing fish farming alone, all
you
these
need lots
fish,
of water.
You need water.
You need lots of it.
Using farm cements for the younger people, and then the ordinary farmer that goes to farm food, and then the ordinary farmer that goes to farm from his home, they put them in cooperatives. I think we should be able to get there.